Well, here we are. The magazine's final PS1 demo disc. Released in March 2004 alongside issue 108 of the official UK PlayStation magazine. There are 11 playable demos and 20 net Yaroze games on this disc. That's right, they dropped 20 full net Yaroze games on here. Quite fitting for the last disc. As for the regular demos, let's jump right in and see if they're worthy of being on the final disc. Starting with the demo for Anna Kournikova's Smash Court Tennis. This is the sequel to Namco's Tennis Smash Court, which I covered all the way back on Disc 2, Volume 2. Gameplay is mostly the same with a few tweaks, and the characters have been more stylized. With gameplay that strives to be less realistic, more interesting, and that Namco charm on top of it, this game advertises itself as one of the best tennis games on the PlayStation.
The 30.
Not again. Can we please stop beating each other in the balls? Get a medic out there, give him some ice.
Game set.
Now it's time for a brand new demo. The last new demo the magazine would give us. And it's an odd choice. This is the demo for Archer Maclean's 3D Pool. As you can guess from the graphics, it seems to be a port of a game much older than the PlayStation. In fact, this game is a port of Archer Maclean's Pool, which was released for the Amiga and MS-DOS all the way back in 1992, 11 years before this PlayStation port was released. Sadly, it shows, too. The port uses a mouse cursor to make all the interactions, making gameplay very cumbersome. While the game may have been a decent billiards game back in '92, this port isn't really worth anyone's time, as there are examples of much better pool games on the console, such as Pool Shark. This demo gives you a couple of minutes worth of gameplay. Next, we have the demo for Bomberman World. Blow up baddies in single player or the other Bombermen in multiplayer. A classic with highly addictive gameplay. Find ways to corner your opponents with your bombs, or destroy blocks to find power-ups. The demo gives you one round in deathmatch mode, with support for up to 5 players.
Heat versus Binky. Yeah, backtrack.
If you're looking for a game with a catchy soundtrack, look no further than the demo for Bust the Groove. Combining rhythm-based gameplay with the combo system often seen in beat-em-up games, this game requires you to input the on-screen combos to perform a dance-off better than your opponent can. The demo gives you a single match between Heat and Pinky.
You lose.
Three, two, one, go!
The Bandicoot continues with the multiplayer mayhem in the demo for Crash Bash. The last Crash game on the PS1 and the first Crash game to not be developed by Naughty Dog, Crash Bash is a multiplayer party game comprised of nearly 30 different minigames spread across 3 gameplay modes. In Adventure Mode, up to 2 players need to go through all minigames to win trophies, gems and crystals. There's also Battle and Tournament modes. As you might expect, reviews were mixed for this Crash game. Many considered it lacking in depth and originality, although some critics still enjoyed the multiplayer experience. The demo gives you 2 minigames to try. Unless of course you try the level select cheat, which unlocks all the minigames from the full game. Yes, even in the demo.
Crash wins.
So here's a demo for a new game, and it's Dancing Stage again. Good grief, we saw the same demo for Dancing Stage Party Edition so many times in the last set of discs. Anyway, this demo is for Dancing Stage Fever, which is basically the same game all with different music tracks. Hooray! As this game is from the DDR series, it is best played with a Dance Rat controller. The demo gives you 2 music tracks to try. Next up is a demo for Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness. The successor game to Pac-Man World, which we saw on Disc 54, this game is a remake of sorts of the arcade original Miss Pac-Man. Players guide Miss Pac-Man through several levels worth of mazes, collecting pellets, solving block puzzles, and avoiding ghosts. Reviews varied depending on each different console version. Many critics agreed that the PlayStation version was the best one, considering the multiplayer modes to be a frantic and fun time. The demo gives you a portion of the first level to try. Make more tunes that are banging and wicked with the demo for Music 2000. The sequel to Music, which I covered on Disc 40, this is a simple to use music creation tool for your PlayStation. Assemble a music video using various pre-made riffs from a huge music library. There's even a multiplayer mode where up to 4 players manage beats, rhythms and melodies to form a complete song. The previous game did not make it to North America, but this one did, showing up there as MTV's music generator. Americans needn't worry about missing out, as Music 2000 kept riffs from the previous game. This is a brilliant little music creation tool, and it's great for making retro-sounding songs. The demo gives you a small handful of riffs to use for a 30-second long song. There are also 2 sample songs to be found. Here's the next demo, Pipemania 3D. Gameplay is simple. Use a random assortment of pipe pieces to build a pipe to control the flow of green flues. Yes, that's what the game calls it. To the plug hole so it doesn't make a mess. With over 50 levels, each of which containing various different hazards, this puzzle game will keep you busy for hours. A bit of a forgettable title compared to earlier puzzle games on the console, but review scores were decent enough. Make your way through a couple of levels in a demo. Get ready for the rhythm game that got every kid rapping and dancing in the late 90s. This is Parappa the Rapper, and it will get anyone dancing to the groove. You control the titular dog thing Parappa as he tries to impress a girl he likes by rapping with the experts. This game gets hard in later stages, so if you want to play, you need to be able to match the beat. You are ranked on how well you are doing at all times, and the game doesn't take it easy on you. The demo gives you the entire first stage to play, so why don't we experience the entire thing without me blabbing over it?
Again.
What?
Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you wanna test me, I'm sure you'll find the things I'll teach ya. Sure to beat ya. Nevertheless, you'll get a lesson from teacher. Now kick,
Kick,
punch,
punch,
jump,
chop,
block.
block,
Once more now, kick,
kick,
punch,
punch,
jump,
chop,
and block.
block,
Don't get cocky, it's gonna get rocky. We're gonna move down to the next jockey. Now duck,
duck,
jump,
jump,
turn,
turn,
pause. Listen carefully, jump,
jump,
pause,
hold,
duck,
duck,
and turn.
turn,
Yeah, I see you're getting better. Kick to the limit in order to get her. Now kick, punch,
kick, punch,
chop, block,
chop, block,
chop, kick,
chop, kick,
punch, block.
punch, block,
Gonna get harder now. Duck and jump,
duck, jump,
turn and pause.
turn, hold,
Duck and turn,
duck, turn,
jump and pause.
jump, hold,
Come now, why don't you follow my words because we're almost done. I'll make it easier first. I wanna see if you wanna see what it means to be the man with a master plan. Are you the man now? Here we go now. Kick, punch, block.
kick, punch, block,
Chop, kick, block.
chop, kick, block,
Block, turn and kick it.
block, turn, kick,
Block, duck, punch.
block, duck, punch,
Duck, duck, turn.
duck, duck, turn,
Jump, kick, chop.
jump, kick, chop,
And punch, punch, punch.
punch, punch, punch,
Oh, for today. Good job, Parappa. You can go on to the next stage now.
Yahoo! All right.
The developers behind Parappa the Rapper and Gemalami have come back with another rhythm game. This time it's the demo for Vib Ribbon. Don't be fooled by how simplistic this game looks, it can get very addictive and difficult. You control the wireframe rabbit thing called Vibri, along to the music by pressing buttons at the right time to avoid obstacles along the path. The game comes with its own soundtrack, but it is possible to play stages that are generated from music CDs. Reviews at release were very positive, with many critics praising the minimalist graphic design and original gameplay concept. Vib Ribbon will receive 2 sequels for the PlayStation 2, although neither of them were released outside of Japan. The demo lets you try one of the soundtrack songs. Alright, let's take a look at all these net Yaroze games. There's some new and some old in here, so let's go over each of them. Simply titled Adventure Game, it was designed by Robert Swan in a month. This humorous little gem takes a few RPG stock elements, crap non-player characters, unworldly and limited battle capabilities, and mocks them in that witty, sarcastic British way, while providing a very short gameplay experience. A fun little indie adventure that's good for a laugh. Arena by Tom Adams. You control a mech robot thing and are tasked with clearing out all the enemies in an arena-like map. You have a basic plasma weapon that has infinite ammo but will overheat, as well as screen-clearing bombs. Game Involving Triangles, or GIT, by Edward Corley. Essentially a 4-player version of games like Columns. Decaying Orbit. A bit more interesting, this plays a bit like a cross between Lunar Lander and Gravity Well. Make your way from planet to planet in your spaceship, taking out enemies along the way and making sure to control your craft in such that you don't crash land. Bouncer 2. Developed by Scott Evans in a month and a half. This game has you bounce 2 guys on a seesaw contraption to try and break all the blocks in an interesting breakout clone. However, it is easy to mistime your jumps, as when one guy falls down he has to land on the empty side of the seesaw or you lose a life. This game can get very fast paced, so you have to practice to keep a rhythm going.
Uh-oh.
Another nicely designed net Yaroze game. This one is called Blitter Boy. It's a simple shoot 'em up in which you must run around a series of levels, rescuing babies and escorting them to the teleporter exit while blasting away at Pac-Man ghosts. Developed by Chris Chaddock over the course of a year, which certainly shows. Another neat little indie game from Net Yaroze, and as usual, it is the full thing. Down, which reminds you of the game Doodle Jump, only you're going down instead of up. Gravitation. Taking inspiration from games like Lunar Lander or Thrust, this is a crazy 1 or 2 player flying, floating and shooting race game. Get through the numbered gates as fast as possible. A surprisingly fun time for a free indie game. INVS, which seems to have taken inspiration from multiple arcade space shooters. Then there's Pushy II, or Pushy II-B as it claims. It's one of those puzzle games where you have to push all the blocks on the specific tiles. It does the job and it gets challenging quickly. Not sure what to think of those sound effects though. Robot Ron, which reminds me of Robotron X, especially in the way the control scheme is similar. And
Ready, go!
Roller by Matthew Veron. Maneuver the little ball around the stage, collecting the crystals as you go. Be careful you don't roll it over the edge as you make your way towards the goal.
Ready, go! Ready, go!
Samsaric Asymtotes. It's a bullet hell shoot 'em up game. Great for those that really enjoy a challenge. Shroud, which appears to be a remake of Atari's Defender. Snowball Fight, a multiplayer only game where you control penguins throwing snowballs at each other. Super Bub Contest. A combination of bust-a-move and columns. Simple yet addictive. Tanx. It's a 2-player only game where each player controls a tank and tries to shoot the other player's tank. That's all. With a small number of maps to play on, it's not terribly exciting. Time Slip. You control a snail through some platforming levels, collect coins, and find the exit. The gimmick is that every so often a past version of yourself appears and repeats actions you just did, which you use to solve puzzles such as opening a door that requires you stand on a button. But should you collide with the past self, then it's game over. As with all Net Yaroze games, these are not demos but the full games. It's called Total Soccer, and despite it being a rudimentary top-down football game, even I have to admit it's pretty cool that there's a full soccer indie game on here. The hilarious bit about this game is the hasty renaming of all the football clubs to try and avoid copyright. So I'm playing a friendly of Manchester United against Lads United. This game was designed by Charles Chapman in 2 months. And Yarozians, which is kind of a cross between Space Invaders and Galaga. We have finally reached the end of Disc 108, and indeed the end of the UK magazine's lineup of demo discs. What an amazing run of discs this has been. If you've made it this far with me, thank you very much. But this does not have to be the end of these classic demo discs. Subscribe to my channel to find more coverage of plenty other demo discs. Send a super thanks that helps support the channel. And if you want to take it even further, you can join the channel membership to get exclusive rewards and privileges. You'll also find our Discord in the description. Join up to chat with me and other PlayStation enthusiasts. I'm the Advocate, ready for more incredible journeys into nostalgia.